Lions Arena here in East Rutherford, and we are set for what may be the most entertaining bout of the day. At 140 pounds, Dave Miller from Lenape at 36-0 takes on Chris Bitetto, a returning champ at 33-0 from Hackensack. And we have heard that the Lenape wrestler is actually the second seed, but most of the writers think that the junior is the man to beat. Dave Miller from Lenape, as we said, is the underdog in the seeding chart, but the writers, like Miller's style, say he's improved so much over last year, and the returning champ right there in Chris Bitetto, the junior from Hackensack at 33-0, may be the top seed, but look at the scowl on his face. I think he's been reading the press clippings.
I think he's going to use that to his motivation. He's going to try to go out there and prove everybody wrong that, you know, he's a returning champion, and you know what? He deserves to be out here. We'll see what happens, as we'll get underway in just a moment. But this should be a good one.
Well, from everything we heard, this could be the bout of the day.
Although it's going to be tough to top that 130-pound bout.
That's true. But the intensity level has picked up here, as you've seen 2 shots each way blocked off.
Miller with the shot, can't get to it. Bitetto tries to throw him by. They're squared off again. Bitetto with the underhook. It'll sit through, attempted by Miller. Miller almost capitalizes again. So we have a lot of activity going on in the early goings of the first period. Both wrestlers willing to mix it up. That's what you like to see. Lay it all on the line. Again, a little sit through by Miller. Hasn't been able to pick up the takedown yet. Bitetto trying to scoot his hips out. Miller has both legs tied up. Miller through the crotch, somewhat of a switch situation. Trying to scoot, trying to scoot. As long as he keeps scooting, he'll fend off that takedown. Bitetto can get his knees on the mat and get some leverage. He does so far. Now Bitetto trying to come for his own takedown. Both these guys really scrambling out there. Now Bitetto, now he has the single. Miller has both ankles, trying to counter. Bitetto trying to reach across for a double. Has the left ankle of Miller, but Miller has the left ankle, and we're going to get a stalemate.
Well, that's neither wrestler giving an inch. Chris Bitetto in on the single, but Miller doing everything he can to grab the ankle and stay away from a takedown.
So great activity by both wrestlers.
And that's what we heard we were going to see here in this 140-pound bout. Scoreless in the first, and we only have 10 seconds left to wrestle.
That was a quick first period.
This one's going to fly by.
Little throw by Bitetto. If he can bring him down, he does, but Miller's able to roll through on it. Almost picks up a takedown of his own, but we're scoreless at the end of the first.
Both juniors, Bitetto initiates the action and almost gets taken down at the buzzer.
Bitetto will start the second period from the defensive position. He'll try to put the first points on the board. Miller will try to keep him under control.
Both of these wrestlers won at the region and their respective district levels.
Miller riding with a wrist. Now comes off with a half Nelson. Bitetto trying to come to his feet. Miller doing a nice job of riding with that half. Bitetto now sits through on cross body ride and may come up on top. Miller still has the right ankle of Bitetto, so he's still in control. Bitetto looking like he is in control, but can't get his leg free. And they'll go out of bounds with no control change. So Miller will stay in the offensive position. And Chris Bitetto will come back and get set. Miller off the whistle, throws a half Nelson. Tries to bring Bitetto into his lap. Miller with the half Nelson. Bitetto comes to his feet. Miller now running that half Nelson. Bitetto trying to peel the hand, comes to his feet, will try to come neutral if he can, has the head of Miller, and he'll come free. So it's a hard-fought escape. But Chris Bitetto is up by a score of 1-0. Bitetto now in on a single.
As we mentioned, both wrestlers, what they term goers.
Bitetto switches off to a double leg and then picks up the takedown. Now goes up by a score of 3-0. Both wrestlers will get a new start.
Now, like we said, Bitetto looking for his second straight title. Won it all last year at 135 pounds. He had a key 4-point play to defeat Greg Austin from Ocean City. Won that one 11-4. Here he leads it 3-0 over Dave Miller from Lenape. And we're inside 20 seconds right now here in this second period.
And it's pretty crucial for Miller here to come out. If he can come out, go in that third period down 3-1 as opposed to 3-0, he's in pretty good shape still. He's trying to come off the bottom. Bitetto's doing a nice job of riding. Has a half Nelson. Now he switches off to a tight waist, and that's the way the second period will end, with Chris Bitetto leading by a score of 3-0.
Now some of the fans on their feet, and why not, as the returning champ leads Dave Miller, and there is Bitetto from Hackensack, the junior, and both of these wrestlers are juniors, so we may be looking at what could be a lot more fun to come in the next season of wrestling between these two.
Bitetto with an arm bar. Trying to get his height again. Has the arm barred. Will try to run that. Miller does a nice job of breaking the bar. Bitetto now with a half Nelson. Switches off to a one-on-one, and we have a stall call on Bitetto. Staying 2 parallel on the top. The referee wants to see him put a little bit more effort on the top.
So even though he was changing the holds because he got parallel, he gets hit with the stall.
That's right. Bitetto now riding with a leg and attacking the head of Miller. Try to keep pressure on the head, trying to work a power half. Now he switches into the crotch. Now maybe looking for a cross-body ride if he can. Attacking the left hand of Miller. Bitetto still in control. Miller coming up to his feet. Now he's out for one, so it's a 3-1 match. Dave Miller needs a takedown to tie it up.
Russ Menuno, the head coach of Lenape, and Dave Miller in the gray sweater. The tan sweater is that of John Stallone. He is Bitetto's coach. And now with a score of 3-1. Well, that's still anybody's bout with 45 seconds to go.
Miller with the shot, but Bitetto's able to spin on him. No points yet. They're rolling around. Miller has a cradle, and he gets the takedown, but he still has the cradle locked up. He's going to take Bitetto to his back.
Back points are coming here. It's a 5-point play for Miller, and it comes in the final 24 seconds. Menudo saying, stay there. Hold him as long as you can and work for the fall.
Bitetto trying to break that hold. Miller has it locked up real tight.
The 5-point play in the final 20 seconds will get it done for the second seed, Dave Miller, the junior from Lenape. Miller wins it by a score of 6-3 over Bitetto, and he is the champ at 140 pounds. And well, I can't say it's an upset because a lot of people predicted Miller to win this one.
And Miller scores all of his points in the last period to take the crown. Bitetto going into the third period seemed to have this match under control, leading 3-0. But Dave Miller, refusing to give up, escapes, then gets a big takedown, cradles for 3 points.
Another look at the 5-point play, Rich.
It's really from a takedown position right here. He has the cradle. Right there he gets the takedown. Stays with that cradle, jumps the other side, brings the hip over, and there's your exposure. And he just holds on for dear life there. Not going to let go of that grip. And there's the look of a guy that knows he's just lost the state title.
Dave Miller from Lenape, the junior, the state champ here at 140 pounds as he goes to 103.